Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 502 East Lincoln Street here in Carlton. We're located at the right side of the home. We're right at the rear right corner of the house here. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout. The black cap is the sewer, white cap is the storm. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. We'll zero out the camera counter once we get down to the bottom of the cleanout here. At this point here, the line is heading to the rear of the property. Here we go. We might have some excess pipe glue in the line here. It's a very common thing to have on brand new construction. We'll take another look at whatever that is they're sticking up. I'm trying to knock it around with my camera here, but my camera, it looks like it's just barely skirting past it. But anyway, excess pipe glue, especially in the flow line, can be a significant issue. Even though that looks small, and that one may not be a huge problem, but it's a very common issue with new construction, and it can seriously impede flow and cause a lot of debris to build up. Now anyway, and it looks like right here we've hit the Y connection, and this appears to be the terminus of the sewer line here at only about 20 feet out. I'm going to do some locates here just to verify where the line terminates at. Alright, as you can see here, we're in a different spot than we were when I first pushed the camera out. I decided to go all the way in the event that that Y connection there is possibly, there's a clean out right next to where I located that, or where the Y is. Now, anyway, it's possible that that was simply a clean out connection, but it did look like it went from 4-inch pipe to 6-inch pipe there. So anyway, I pushed all the way out to the end here, and we just hit the terminus here at 106 feet. I'm going to go locate to see where that's at, and then we'll let the pipe drain out completely before reeling back. I located the camera head successfully. If you're standing in the backyard looking towards the rear of the property, there's another set of houses just behind this one, and right where their little driveway or street down there ends at or starts, depending on how you're looking at it, right next to the house, it heads down that direction. Now the diagram will make that make a little bit more sense, but it goes all the way over to the street behind the house. Anyway, you could ask either the city or the builder to find out how responsibilities divvied up in a situation like this, with it not going right out to the street in front of the house like the average home does. It's, I think, worth looking into, just so you understand how responsibility is divvied up here. Generally, in a situation like this with newer houses or new construction, once you hit that Y connection, that's more than likely where the homeowner responsibility terminates at. But it might not be. Now, I've been sitting here for a minute, running the camera back and forth like this for close to 5 minutes now, trying to get this thing to move. It's just it's hard to tell right now if this is going to be something that impedes flow or not. The camera is running across it. I can tell that because I'm moving it to a certain extent. But if you have a big enough wad of glue there that's really stuck down in the joint, that kind of stuff, it's pretty strong stuff and can last a long time. So at this point, because there's no use that's been on the house at this point. It hasn't been lived in yet. So we don't have anything in the way of debris evidence or time to really gauge whether that's going to be a problem. So for that reason, I am going to recommend an auger go down the line to remove it. You can, just live in the house and re-scope it maybe, a few months from now to see if anything's collecting there, and at that point, you can decide whether you want to drain clean it out of the way. At this point, because that may not happen, and I have no way of really gauging how significant that will be. We do have excess glue, and it is in the flow line. It's kind of offset to one side, but if I've seen little things like that cause all kinds of debris buildup, especially if like paper towels or something or a tampon goes down the line. If that little thing there is strong enough and is not going anywhere anytime soon, stuff can get hung up on it, and then everything coming in behind it can build up upon that. So for that reason, I am going to recommend it be drain cleaned. And you could probably just run an auger down there and trim that off. It's something that may naturally slough off in time. It's really difficult to tell, but after the amount I've beat that thing up with my camera, it's still hanging on there. Now it's there at 14 feet out. I do recommend that be removed. Now, it's not the type of thing that unless you're flushing pairs of socks down the pipe, not just going to clog up on you all of a sudden. That type of thing there is more of a progressive issue. If something does get stuck on it at some point, then everything else behind it can kind of run into that and get hung up as well. So now we're going backwards back into the house. The biggest things we're looking for here on new construction is, one, the excess pipe glue, make sure there's nothing like that in the line, and then just general construction debris. It's pretty common to have construction debris in sewer lines in new houses. Now that's the end of the line there. That's as far as I can even go. This turn here, my camera is not going to be able to navigate around properly. It looks like it's going straight up in the air there. Now, anyway, all the pipe we just scoped there inside the crawl space. So this is an example of kind of the inverse of what we just saw. You can see how we have glue sticking at the top there. That does not concern me. It's being in the flow line that's really the issue. Anyway, all the pipe within the crawl space here we just scoped is also in good condition. Though all the line we've scoped here is in great shape, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time, minus the glue that's in the flow line there. Without the house having any usage on it, it's very difficult to gauge how significant that's going to be. But I've seen plenty of things of that size cause lots of debris buildup. So that's why I'm recommending it be drain cleaned out of there. You're certainly, you can talk to the builder and maybe do some sewer scoping, a rescope or something in 3 to 6 months or something like that to see if you have anything collecting there. And at that point, if you want to, you can do the drain cleaning. But I recommend it either way there, because right now we don't know if that's going to slough off of there in 2 days or be there from now till the end of time. Aside from that, line looks fantastic.